So we were discussing the shepherd's treasure, and in the first video lecture, we already completed the first two part of this story. Now this is the final part. Now now we are going to see how the story will conclude, and what is there in the iron chest of the shepherds, whether there is any treasure or not, or what kind of treasure that he carries in it. Okay, so we are going to see it's very mysterious. People are very curious. Like you see that after being appointed as the governor of the district, the jealous governors accused him of stealing the money from the tax of the people, and secretly collected it in the chest, stored it in the chest. So they actually brought all these allegations, and they thought that this shepherd, being very poor, he was very poor and very uneducated, that he is not suitable for any governor of this post. So they ridiculed this man, they mocked this man. Now let us start reading the last part, where we are going to see what happens, what is there in the iron chest, in the mysterious iron chest. So, at first, the king did not pay attention to these reports, but how long could he ignore these governors and their endless stories about the shepherd? One thing was certain, that the king discovered the new governor did carry an iron chest with him all the time. So one day the new governor was summoned to the palace. He came riding on his camel, and to everyone's delight, the famous iron chest was there, fastened securely behind him on the camel's back. Now, let us first discuss the difficult word. Summoned here means to order somebody to appear in a court of law. Fastened, to close or join the two parts of something, or tied actually. So the king at first didn't pay attention. He didn't pay any heed to all these complaints, all these reports of these other jealous governors. But how long could he ignore these governors? Because their endless stories about the shepherd, they made up so many stories about this shepherd, and they kept on complaining against him. Now, one thing was certain, the king actually found out that the shepherd indeed actually carried an iron chest with him all the time. Why did he do so? So the king was also become very curious. So one day the new governor, that means the poor shepherd was called, was given an order just to appear before the king. So he came riding on a camel, everyone's delight. To everyone's delight, the famous iron chest. The famous iron chest that he carried always with him was there, tied securely behind the camel's back. So now the king was very angry. He thundered, "Why do you always carry that iron chest with you? What does it contain?" Now the king was very angry, and very angrily he shouted that, "What is there in that iron chest? Why do you carry it always with you?" So the governor smiled. He asked his servant to bring in the chest. How eagerly the people standing around waited for the shepherd to be found out. But how great was their astonishment, and even on the king himself, when the chest was open. No gold or silver or jewels, but an old blanket was all that came out. Holding it up proudly, the shepherd said, "This, my dear master, is my only treasure. I always carry it with me." So here in this paragraph, you see that what does the iron chest contain exactly? There is no treasure but a simple blanket. The governor very much smiled and replied that he asked his servant to bring the iron chest, and he and people are very much eager, very much curious that what is there in the iron chest. They are standing around, waited the shepherd to be found out. So the other jealous governors were very happy, because they thought that they successfully framed this man as dishonest, as a thief, and all this thing. But to their astonishment, they were very surprised. Even the king was very surprised when the chest was opened. There was no silver coins, no gold coins, nothing jewelry, no gems, no riches were there, only a simple blanket. So the shepherd said that this is my treasure. This blanket is all I have. But why do you carry such an ordinary blanket with you? Surely you are the governor of a district, the king asked, to which the shepherd replied with quiet dignity. This blanket is my oldest friend. It will still protect me if at any time your majesty should wish to take away my new clothes. So this is the thing. So the king actually asked him the question that why do you carry? What is the need of carrying an ordinary blanket with you when you are a governor of district, when you have so much money and so rich you are holding such a dignified post. So what is the need? So to which the king actually answered him with quite dignity that this blanket is the only oldest friend of mine and it will still protect me. If the king decide someday to take away his new cloaks, that means the cloaks as the governor, that means if the king will remove him from the post of the governor of the district, that day this blanket will definitely protect him, as he will lose his new clothes that day. So this is the simple reason. How pleased the king was, how embarrassed the jealous governors became to hear the wise man's reply. Now they knew that the shepherd was indeed the humblest and the wisest man in the land. The king made him the governor of a much bigger district that very day. So now you can see that the king was very pleased to to listen, after listening such wonderful things, such wonderful answers. And the jealous governor, the evil unscrupulous people, they were very much embarrassed, because and now they also realize that the shepherd is truly the humblest and the wisest of in the land. And the king, what did he do? The made him governor of a much bigger district. So this was the reward that the king actually gave to this man, because he was modest, because he was kind hearted, sympathetic, he was benevolent, and he was really a very good man indeed, you can see. So now this is the end of the folktale. Just go through the ppt and listen to this video lesson. If you have, as I told you, if you have any further questions and doubts, you can ask me. Okay, thank you.